The rain has passed. Let's marinate our pork. Let's do that. We got 3 pounds here pork. Pork sirloin and shoulder. Bone in, no bone. Salt and pepper, both sides. We're doing our marinade. We're getting ready for the big dance tonight. Let's put our sirloin with the bone into one bag. We're marinating here once again. We've got a cup of no Hawaiian BBQ sauce. We use half in here. About a tablespoon of sriracha. Just pour it in there. We'll shake it around, and I'm gonna do the same with our boneless pork shoulder. Get out of there. And we're gonna marinate this for about 2 to 3 hours. We'll put it in the fridge. Hey, I'm Tyler. It's Wine Country Cast Iron. Tonight I'm making my original pineapple express stew. It's my original take on an Hawaiian stew that is combined with California fusion ingredients. If you've never heard of the Pineapple Express, it's an atmospheric river that usually originates off the Pacific from Hawaii and travels here to the California coast. It rained a lot today in Santa Rosa. Actually, we got the most of any place in California today, almost 1.5 inches. And it's snowing in the Sierras. Perfect time to make this stew. No Hawaiian barbecue sauce. We've used this for our marinade. Let's see here. For truly authentic Hawaiian style barbecue, remove shoes before cooking. Huh. Removing shoes. All right. When in Rome, they say, be as the Romans. When in Hawaii, I suppose, be as the Hawaiians. When in neither of those places, pretend. We got our Dutch oven heated up, medium-high heat. And we gonna do our pork. 2-3 tablespoons avocado oil. That's a California special. There we go. We're gonna sear. Wow. We're going to sear for 2 to 3 minutes on each side. I'll add the remainder here later. bits are gonna be good in our stew, just as I'm gonna do when I do the bacon later. I'm gonna use the grease instead of just throwing it away. We're gonna use this too. When you're out on an island, you gotta make do. And sometimes making do is just plain old good. Yes. Again, we're preserving our bits, and yes, it's going to be a hard cleanup. Sometimes you just got to work for it. We're at medium heat. 3 tablespoons of butter. We're going to do our potatoes and our carrots. Carrots, potatoes, golden, yellow, Yukon, whatever you want to use. And we're going to do this for about I'm having a hard time. 2 to 3 minutes. If I ever cook carrots and potatoes by themselves again, I think I'll call them hard time carrots and potatoes, because it was a hard time getting them in there. But it's looking good now. I like to do things like potatoes and carrots and broccoli, for instance. Cook them before a stew, because I find that if you don't do that, they tend to be a bit harder, but you want them softer. So we like to cook them a bit before we do a stew. And that's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing now. All right, let's remove these. That was about 3-4 minutes. We still got our bits in there. We've laced it with pineapple slices. Ooh. Now we're going to do our peppers and our onion. Again, for about 3 to 4 minutes at medium heat. Ain't that something? Sauteing pineapple slices with bell pepper and onions and jalapeno. You just wait and see. You just wait. All right, let's take this off heat for a bit. You know what? I want to get me just a sample. Ford! Okay, so that's amazing. And we're going to get our stew really going now. We're going to add our pork again. Reintroduce it. Ooh, get that bit, get that bit. With our Dixie plate. I still got more pork later for you pork lovers. Got bacon coming up. You'll just have to wait and watch. Our potatoes and carrots. Now where it gets interesting. Whole peeled tomatoes. We're gonna do 5 cups of chicken stock. I'm eyeballing this. In truth, it's not too difficult because it says it's 6 cups. So it stands to figure if you only have a little bit of weight left, you're done 5 cups, right? Get out of there. Come on, I got a show to do. Alright, that's good. Yeah, that's good. If I need to add some more later, I'll do it. But we still gotta do some coconut milk. Our pork sirloin bones are gonna add some broth as well. We got pineapple juice to add, soy sauce. Doing our ginger. Normally do fresh, but hey, I need to use this. Red wine vinegar. West Coast Tang. Best damn, I tell you. It's a very good barbecue sauce. And it will complement our Hawaiian barbecue sauce that we use to marinate very well. Go. Some tomato paste. Teaspoon. And a teaspoon, well, can't get it out. Teaspoon red curry paste. You know, when you can't get something out or knock it hard enough over the head, so to speak, just use a knife. Our brown sugar. We want to do about 2 teaspoons. That's probably a little more, but you know what? That's fine. Sweet and savory. And we're going to stir this as best as we can because it is hearty. I'm going to stir it. We're going to bring this to a boil for about 5 to 10 minutes. So she's boiling proper. Let's reduce to a simmer. And we're going to add some more ingredients. 2 bay leaves. Teaspoon cumin. Well, maybe half a teaspoon. I don't know. I'm going to share this with some others later, so don't want to go too hard. Especially since I'm adding some cayenne. Half a teaspoon. I'll always forget. There we go. One tablespoon cinnamon. We want it sweet and savory. And to that point, our cloves, very strong, so half half teaspoon. And we'll stir. We have reduced to a simmer. We are going to cover this and let it simmer for 30 minutes. And then we'll revisit and have another chat at that point about what to do moving forward. I was so caught up in that bowl, I forgot to mention we're going to add tarragon as well. Wow, look at that. And of course, some garlic. Well, a lot of garlic. You can never go wrong with garlic. 30 minutes at a simmer. Now we're going to add some coconut milk. Just pried our coconut milk out. Now we're going to add some honey. About tablespoon. And when you're out in the seas, in the doldrums, you gotta have some rum. You gotta have some rum.
The fierce one, as I call him, seems a very tough fellow. I hope I never have to fight him. From the little I know, he seems to be honest and very direct.
We're gonna stir this, and we'll cover and do another 30 minutes at a simmer. Now for our bacon, chopped. 2 tablespoons olive oil. At medium heat. And we don't want to cook this till it's crisp. We just want to get it done. And we're going to add it into our stew after we take out the pork and shred it. And okay, well, I'm getting overcomplicated here. Let's just simplify. Let's just cook.
Pineapple Express. Yes, it seemed like El Nino, this airflow that comes from Hawaii and Canada, and it gets the dirt mixed in with the weed in a very special way. It's very scientific. I won't go into it right now, but I am the only guy. I got a red one.
Finished up our bacon.
Stuff from Ted Jones.
Well, not quite. We're removing our pork.
Anyway, I surely get going, man. I gotta go duty calls, but good to see you. Thanks.
And we are going to shred this and reintroduce with our bacon. And I had the bacon. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. We're adding our pork back now. And our bacon with our grease. Do it. Just do it. Don't ask questions. Sometimes you just gotta live. And we're gonna shoot some lime. If I can figure out how to open it. Some lime juice. And yes, I do have my shoes off. We're at the home run here. Mixing it up. We've reintroduced our pork. We've added our bacon. we're gonna put the last of our tarragon. And remember, I used that earlier. This adds a citrusy note, which will complement our lime that we just added. Do it. And we'll stir and cover and continue to simmer for about another 10 minutes, and then it will be ready. I didn't forget.
It's cold sore. Never had it before, so try.
My goodness. Whew. That's my California cornbread right there. Still a work in progress. I'm figuring it out. Eventually, I'm going to get it just right. And maybe this is the time. We'll see. I tried being cute. I tried making this fit. It didn't fit. But there's our stew and our cornbread. I want to try my cornbread first. That's much improved. I like that. That's great. And our pineapple express. When that moisture comes from Hawaii and hits the California coast, something truly spectacular happens. Wow. Sorry. Wow. That's good. That's very good. I'm Tyler. It's Wine Country Cast Iron. I'd so appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. It's always weird. It's always good. Y'all have a good weekend. Take care. Love you all. Appreciate you all.